Hey friends, welcome back. I'm Ericka Champion Wise with Paparazzi Accessories, and we have another special guest today for our Elite Interview Series. I want to introduce you to Utesa, mom of three beautiful babies who are all following in their mama's footsteps and living out their dreams. She calls Savannah, Georgia home. She is an executive producer, Life of the Party Gold, and Crown Club 25, and we are just honored today that you are here to talk to us and train us and give us some amazing tips. I can't wait. I have my notes ready. I'm ready to go.
Let me tell you, the honor is all mine. I am so excited to be here, to be able to talk with you this morning.
I am excited too. So are you ready?
Let's get it.
Okay. So what is your paparazzi why? Has it changed? And do you think it's going to change in the future?
Well, let me tell you, my paparazzi why. Remember, I mentioned that I have a junior. My daughter is a junior in college.
Mm-hmm.
And so my paparazzi why really initially was so that I could help my daughter go to school. Now, I'll just tell you, I have been a long time loyal paparazzi customer for a long time.
As we all are.
I love the jewelry. I was good with wearing the jewelry. I love accessorizing. I love dressing up. What girl doesn't love dressing up, right?
Right.
And so I loved it. And so when I was initially asked to become a consultant, I said, girl, no, I'm good. You know, I have another business. And so I said, no, you know, I really don't want to do it. I'm focusing on my career and on my other business. And so I really wasn't interested in becoming a consultant. Right? That's typically what we all say.
Mm-hmm.
We love the jewelry. We just want to buy the jewelry, want to wear the jewelry. We don't want to sell it. And so that was my story until it was my daughter's senior year, and she selected to go out of town. Now I was trying to get her to go to my alma mater here in Savannah. She wasn't having it.
She wasn't having that.
I had her my sophomore year of college, and so she was basically raised at Savannah State University.
Yeah.
And he was like, nope, I'm not going there. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows you. I wouldn't have my own personality, da, 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 da. So she said that she was not going to Savannah State. There was nothing I could do to convince her, right? So I said, okay, well, she's going to move out of town. I need to make sure that I can support her. I don't want her to have to worry about, you know, student loans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want her to have to worry about, you know, expenses and finances. I definitely didn't want her to have student loans.
Amen.
Come on. I definitely didn't want her to have student loans. So I said, okay, I need something. I need an extra income so that I could be able to support her. And I promise you, that was my initial why.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to do this because I know that this will help me just as an extra income so that if she needed something, I would be able to and not have to work, because I'm a single mother. Mm-hmm. I'm a single mother. And so single mothers, come on, right?
Yes.
It's already tight. It's even on a two-parent household, you need two incomes, mm-hmm. right? You got to have it just because of the way things are today. And so I knew it was going to be a stretch. So I joined, and it was basically just because I wanted to have that extra stream of income. Well, let me just tell you how it changed.
Ready?
Let me tell you how it changed. So that was going good. You know, I was selling pieces here and there, and I was making, you know, a few extra dollars. Not a few extra dollars. I was doing really good because let me just tell you, when I signed up, I hit the ground running. Yep. Okay, I hit the ground running. I ranked up to director in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's great, right?
Yes.
In 2 weeks, and was selling, was doing good, was making the extra money that I needed to shoot her. She had a book, whatever. So fast forward. Gets there, finds out that her financial aid that she was already awarded was not going to be enough to cover her room and board.
Oh,
right?
Oh,
yeah. Let's just take that all in, right? So she's already there. So we find out she's not going to have money to cover her room and board. So at that point, I said, you know what? I got to use what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Have, and guess what? Paparazzi was what I had. So Now, going from just needing a little, some extra coins, $100 there, $200 there, or whatever, now became, okay, now I have a need. All right. We're talking about $645 a month that I need people to pay. Right. And let me just tell you, because of paparazzi, we did not miss a beat. We did not miss a beat. Come
yes.
on. Yes.
That
We
is,
did not miss a beat because I was able to make that and then some
yes.
just by working my business. So my why initially started off as just wanting that extra income, to then having a serious need and being able to take care of that. So, it has changed. And you know what? It changes continually.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
does.
the more you accomplish, it's like you realize that, oh, you know what, I could do something else. I can do something else, or I can help. I always tell people I have been able to do so many things. I'm a natural giver.
Mm-hmm.
Just me and me to give, but now I can give more. I can help more people. I can do so many things. So my why changes constantly. My why changes constantly.
That's awesome. The more you accomplish, the more you can give. Oh,
That's it.
that is right. Yes. I love it. I love it. And your why should change.
It should.
You
And
got to have something.
I always tell people, start with your why.
Mm-hmm.
Start with your why. Why is it important to start with your why? Because your why is going to keep you focused, right? Your
Yes.
why is going to keep you motivated, right? Come on. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Your
Especially on
why,
the days you don't want to.
right? When you're tired. Now, I still work a full-time job, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm tired and I don't necessarily want to work paparazzi that day, not because I don't love it. I love paparazzi. Not because I don't love it and not because I don't want to do it, but some days I'm just tired. But when I think about, just like yesterday was my daughter's first day at gymnastics because paparazzi paid for it, right? When I
Yes.
my why and the things that I want to do for my children, the things that I want to do for my family, the things that I want to do for my church, my why says, you know what? Get up, girl. Go ahead and get it done,
And
right?
you do it.
Always important to start with your why, because that why is going to recenter you. That
Mm-hmm.
why is going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you focused. And even when you're tired, it's going to give you that extra push to say, you know what? I got another 30 minutes in me to go and do a live real quick. Right?
And you can't have a wimpy why.
Come on.
You
That
can't,
why,
it can't be wimpy.
come on. That why has to say, I'm tapping you on the shoulder.
Wake up.
Bad ear. That why is right there tapping you. Come on, girl. You know we got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm. We got bills to pay.
Come on.
Come on. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. No wimpy whys.
No.
So the next question is, what daily habits do you have that have contributed to your success? And what habits have you gotten rid of that helped you get to success? Because we got bad habits.
Listen, I am a I
We
think
all
I'm about
friends here.
I think I'm about to make up a word, but I am a reborn procrastinator. I I procrastinate.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how much I plan, life happens to us all. So I have changed my daily habits, right? There are some things that we just do. We
Mm-hmm.
get up, we pray, right? We get up, we do our morning things, right? But I have to now, because I have a full-time career and I have a business that I'm really into, I'm really proud of. Now I have to make sure that I plan accordingly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, if you plan to what? You plan to fail. If you plan to fail, you fail to plan, right?
Right.
So now I'm intentional. Okay. Now I'm intentional. I make sure I use an app called SyncShare to make sure that I schedule my posts. I
Mm-hmm.
have to do that. I
Yes.
have to do that because I have a full-time career. And so sometimes I don't have the time to go to my social media to post or, do all of these things. So if I schedule it, I still have a social media presence, right?
Right.
My business is still running, right? I make sure also that I keep my business in front of people in some way. In some way, my business is always out in front of people, whether it's via social media, whether it's me passing a business card to somebody, wearing, right?
Yeah.
Come on, look at this.
Right.
you see this, that's keeping your business out in front of people. So I make it my business. Those are, some things that I just have to do. I have to schedule my posts, right? I have to engage. I have to talk to myself. Self, you're going to be great today.
Mm-hmm.
Self, get out there and do it, right? Those are just some things that I have to do, because otherwise, life gets ahead of us, gets out of control sometimes. And if I don't have a plan, and another thing that I do too is that I write out a task list. You know how we have that Microsoft Outlook
Mm-hmm.
calendar, and you have that friendly little taskbar. So when I'm scheduling my tasks for my job, my career, I also have a paparazzi
You have
task
a
list.
paparazzi one.
I have a paparazzi task list too, and as I'm checking off as I'm getting things done, I'm checking them off.
Mm-hmm.
There was there was a book, and I think it was, I don't want like to call names, but there was another elite consultant, and she recommended this book, Eat the Frog.
Yes.
Have you heard?
That's such a good book.
It's a good book.
Good
It talks
book.
about time management.
Yes.
It talks about procrastinating and all of that stuff. So you take those things that you have to do. You prioritize your time, right? And then you try to make sure that you get those things done. So I definitely try to make sure I have that task list. Sometimes if I plan it right, I write in the hour that I'm gonna get it.
Yes.
I write it down just meticulously like that. So those are just a few of the things that I do. I try to make sure that on a daily basis, I engage my team in some way, talking to them, whether it's just sharing a post, whether it's just sharing a nugget, some kind of tip or something. I try to engage. I contact them. I have another tool called Simple Blast, where I schedule my text messages, or I schedule a call, automated call, so that I can always be in contact or communicating with them as well.
So it sounds like you treat your paparazzi business just like you treat your full-time business. It is as important to you. You do the same things here as you do in your office. It's not different. It's not a hobby. This is a business.
This is a business. This is a serious business. And you know what made it? Now, I always have a business sense. Remember, I had another business, Bags Forever, which my paparazzi business falls under that umbrella. So I always have another business. I also have a marketing degree, right?
Yeah.
And I always said, even when I was getting the degree, I said, I don't want to do sales. I don't want to do anything but sales.
Look at you.
I want to do anything. I want to do all of the promotion, branding, all of that stuff, advertising, but I do not want to do sales. So I've always had the business sense. And if you run your paparazzi business as a business, you will be paid as a business. You will reap the reward as business. If you run it as a hobby, you're going to get hobby incentives.
Hobby money.
Right? So we have to run our businesses like businesses, right? We have to put the work in. We have to put the time in. We have to sacrifice. Sometimes you might lose a little sleep, right? Sometimes you might not be able to go, to that extra party or, whatever, entertainment type thing you want to do, because you have to invest in your business. And a lot of us, we take investment only to mean money, right? But investment is not just money. It's
right.
time. It's your well-being. It's your mind, right? It's giving up some of the tangible things that we might otherwise spend money on, right? It's a lot of different things. So we have to invest. We have to invest resources. Investing in your business is also learning.
Right.
You have to be a continuous learner, because things change. How many times have we logged on Facebook and what we could do yesterday
different
and do it today?
Yes, today.
Right. So we always have to be in a state of mode of learning. If you do that, then your business is going to be successful. So just like you would go if you are certified in anything, just like you would go and receive training for a certification, you need to get on your business, what you can do to improve your business, right? Yeah. Just like you go and you invest on yourself, on personal development, do it for your business, right?
And that is the perfect segue, because that's the next question. Did you know that already? how much work do you do on personal development, mindset, and personal growth? What does it look like? And why do you think it is so important to your success? That was perfect.
It's important. You know, I just talked about it. It's important because it's going to keep you, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to keep you in front of people. It's going to keep you in people's minds, right? If you're consistently improving your business, right, then people know, you know what, she's serious about this. She's really serious about it. It helps you to grow your business, right? It helps you to learn different ways of doing things. Some people I think people get caught up in the fact or the thought that there's only one way to work this business. So many different ways to work this business.
For everybody.
For everybody. And that's, you know what, Ericka, that's one of the things that I like about Paparazzi. That's one of the things. You can take this business and do with it what you want.
Yes.
Right. You can, if you want to sit in front of your computer all day and sell jewelry, you can do that. Right?
Go, girl.
If you want to go and host parties, if you want to go out and do carnivals, you want to do different things or whatever, you can totally do it. You take this business and do with it what you may. That's one of the things that I like about it, but it takes personal development. It takes learning the tools of the trade, right? It takes learning what's successful. It takes trial and error. It takes a lot of different things. I definitely believe in training. I definitely believe in training. One of the things that I tell my team, if learning with an L, if learning isn't important to you, earning with an E is not important to you. Okay? If learning isn't important, earning isn't important. If you don't take the time to invest in your business, to learn things that can help you improve your business, you're selling yourself short. And not only are you selling yourself short, but you're selling your customers short, right? Because guarantee that although you have loyal and supportive customers that are shopping with you, they're shopping and supporting other consultants as well. They're supporting other businesses as well. So if you're not up on your game, right, you might slip one day, and you know what, just in that instance your customer has gone someplace else. So you have to stay on top of your game. You have to invest in yourself through learning. When in perfect example, convention. What about after the first convention last night, I said I will never miss another one. I would never miss
never.
Our speaker this year, oh my gosh, the speakers last year, listen, convention is just amazing, right?
Just go.
Dr. Rigsby was stupid.
He made me cry.
So sometimes we do training, we conduct trainings for our teams, right? Here we encourage, we motivate, but if you're not doing those same things for yourself, then you're missing the point.
Right.
It's just like if you're on the airplane and they tell you if something happens, put the mask on yourself first.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself first before you can go and help someone else. So help your own business, grow your own business, learn new tricks of the trade first to apply to your own business. And if you do that, you're going to be successful. Personal development, you got to get your mind right.
Yes.
You got to have your mind right, because this business it can be funny now. It can be funny. If you have soft shoulders, if you don't have thick skin, you will fall by the wayside. That's just plain cut and dry. There's no getting around it. There's no thin line. If you are not invested in your mind, things that are going to help you get stronger in thought and process, you're going to miss out. You're going to, it could take one bad day. It could take one bad day, and you're like, you know what, I'm done. Right? But if you mind right, if you are invested in your personal development, like I said, for me, procrastination and time management has always been an issue for me. So guess what? When that book was recommended to me, Eat the Frog, I went out and got it because that's something I need to work on for me, right? And not only is that helping me just in my daily interactions, but it's also helping my business. So there are, let me see. let's see. I listen. I'm always listening to something. I'm in my office. I'm working. I'm always listening to something while I have Audible. I
Mm-hmm.
love Audible
Love
because
Audible.
download the books and I can listen to them as I'm working. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I hear something, I say, "Oh, let me write that down," or I'll send it out on Facebook because we can always go back and read it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I hear something that may apply to me or something that I want to apply later, I write it down or I post it or I do something or I share it, right? I'm always reading something. I'm always listening to something. Listen, I am a woman of faith. I'm a kingdom kid, but
Yep.
I'm a woman of faith. There will not be ever a day that goes by that you will not hear or see me giving God all the praise and the glory because I know that if it were not for Him,
We wouldn't be.
right? So
Right.
I'm always thankful. I'm always listening to something. I listen to Joyce Meyer every morning on the way to work. I listen to her podcast, and there is always something. Now, yesterday, let me tell you, she asked us, and she gives so many great analogies. But she asked us if we were sheep leaders or goat leaders.
Ooh. You got to share that podcast because I want to listen to that.
Sheep leaders or goat leaders. So I said, So a sheep follows his shepherd,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is trusting. A sheep listens. A sheep, you don't have to, give them a long explanation of why you want them to do something, right? A sheep, they follow their shepherd, right? A goat, on the other hand, a goat is very strong spirited. A goat gives pushback. You have to pull them, you have to push them, you have to beg them almost to do the work, to mind the field. But you have to give a drawn out explanation as to why this is going to work or why you need to do that. So I was like, what kind of leader am I? Am I the type of leader that follows the shepherd
Right.
without hesitation? Am I trusting? Right? Do I just already know that even whatever way he leads me, is it going to be a benefit to me and what I'm trying to do? Am I automatically trusting, or am I that leader that always say, you know what, I don't want to do this. This is not benefiting me. I don't have time for that.
Why do I
So
have to do this?
I'm always listening to something, and I'm sure her explanation was much better than mine, but it made me think. And so you always need something that's going to challenge your mind, right? Challenge you to think, challenge you to look at things differently. So I'm always listening to something. I'm always reading something. I love when Paparazzi gives us these books.
Mm-hmm.
And they give up. I always love that. I always take a lot of notes on them and go back and read them, and I share with my team.
Yeah.
I'm always doing something that in the mode of personal development. I love training. Tomorrow I'm headed to, today I'm leaving today, but tomorrow I'm attending a great conference by another elite leader,
Yes.
Carla Neal, listen,
Carla Neal.
so I'm always investing. I will never miss another convention. I
Mm-mm.
will never miss another EMP. I
Mm-mm.
will be in the building because there are always golden nuggets that you can get someone. I'm always reaching out to other consultants, other leaders, to ask them to speak to me because, well, mostly I ask them to train my team, but I'm front and
Get
center.
it too. Yes. Learn it with
Learn
notes.
with notes. So, there's always something out there. There's always something out there.
So much. So let's talk about what was your biggest obstacle to ranking to elite? How did you overcome it? And how can others use this to help them overcome their obstacles?
Well, remember I said that I ranked to director in 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
right? I was working the business and got to, when you go from director to premier, director is the easiest rank to make because it's based on totally what you do, your
Mm-hmm.
work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your work. But once you start building a team and you're trying to rank to those other levels, it becomes about volume. It
Yep.
becomes about the work of your team, right? And so while I've always been a good recruiter. I'm waiting on that number 80. Right now I have 79 personally responsible. I'm waiting on 80. I have 79 personal sponsors, so I've always been able to recruit. But my challenge was once those persons sign, keeping them motivated and keeping them working their businesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it became a challenge for me because I had unbalanced legs. Anybody
Ooh.
know about that 1/3 rule?
Ooh. 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 It hurts.
Anybody know about that third rule? So it took me a year to move from director to premiere director. And I was like, oh my God, what in the world? And the thing about it was you would see the numbers in your back office. I'm like, why is this? What in the world? So for me, let me tell you something. When I first started out, I was working the business and I was trying to work everyone on my team's business. Listen, y'all
Oh.
hear?
Oh.
I was trying to work my business and I was trying to work everyone else on my team's business, right? I was trying to make sure they were ordering the inventory. I was trying to motivate them, encouraging them. I was trying to make sure they were trained. I was trying to make sure they had everything they needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my business, because I was so busy trying to work them with them, calling, texting, emailing, doing pop-ups, doing drive-bys, stalking social media. I was doing it all, trying to make sure that
It was working.
yes, I stalk social media. So for my team members that say, oh, I'm working the business, and it's not working for me, and I'm going to your page, and I'm like,
You ain't had a live in 3 weeks.
come on. And so I was doing all of those things. And so it hindered me. Okay, while my intentions were good, I was really trying to help, but it hindered me because if it is not in you to work your business, there is nothing that anyone is going to be able to say or do to
Mm-hmm.
get you to work your business. It has to be within you. Your why has to motivate you, encourage you to order. Your why has to encourage you to sell your jewelry, right? Nothing no one can do can get you to work your business. It has to come from within you. So I had a guest speaker on one of my lives by the name of, and I don't like the name drop, but this is leading somewhere. I had a guest speaker on one of my very first hour of power. I call my trainings hour of power trainings. And the very first speaker that I had was Alicia Wright Williams.
Mm.
And when that little fire sister came on there and told me about that 80-20 rule, y'all know about that 80-20 rule?
Mm-hmm.
She came on there and told me about that 80-20 rule. It changed my life. The 80-20 rule is 80% of the time you should be working whose business? Your business, right? 20% of the time you should be helping your team.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me so much perspective. It gave me so much perspective. And I immediately started focusing on my business, working my business. And I tell everyone to this day, that is the best example. That is the best thing that you can do to get your team members to work is for you
Yes.
to work your own business. Hopefully they're watching you and they will want to emulate what you are doing. If you're working your business by selling jewelry, come on, we buy and sell jewelry. That's all we
Mm-hmm.
do,
Yep.
right? We
Yep.
buy and sell jewelry. If we are working our businesses and we're keeping that in the forefront and we're sharing our successes, not only our successes, but we're also sharing our failures, some of the things that don't work,
Right.
right? We're sharing with them tips and things that they can do as well to help them with their business. If they see you constantly and consistency,
Consistently. Please.
consistently working your business, that's the best example you can give your team members,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so once I got that concept, the change started happening, right? But I'm telling you, it took me a year. It took me a year to rank up to premier director, and it was because I was so focused on helping everyone else that my business was suffering, right? So once I did that, I started going live more. Now let me just tell you. Now I was one of those people that said, "Oh no, I'm not selling on my personal page. Mm-mm. I'm not selling on my personal page. I got a VIP group. I have a
Yeah.
business page. We just gonna do it there, right?" Okay, keep on. Because that limits us. And so I said, I just took the leap. And let me tell you what changed it. Let me tell you what hooked me on going live. Okay. And these are all things that help us, right? My daughter called me from school, remember? My daughter was initially my wife. My daughter called me from school and she said that she needed, I think it was $500 and something that I did not have, right? $500 and something. And I had a room full of jewelry. I had a room full of jewelry. And I said, you know what? Let's get it. I went live that night and I sold until I had what, as a matter of fact, at the end of it, you know, through invoice and all of that, I had more than what I needed to send to her.
Yes.
All right. So sometimes we may lay dormant, we may be stagnant a little while until we get that need, until we have a need. And then that will encourage us, that will push us to go out there and work your business. Remember, always start with your why. Your why is important. Your why is important because that's going to say, you know what? Hey, so I went live on my personal page and I was hooked. And so, I mean, I learned something all the time, even now in trying to, in trying to rank to my next level. Right? I'm having difficulty doing that. I have a lot of people. But again, if it's not within that person to work their business, you
Can't do it.
can't do anything about it. So you know what I do? I work my
You
business.
work your business.
I sell, I go live, I share, I promote, I brand myself. I do all of the things that I need to do for my business with the hope that they will catch on. With the hope that they will catch on. You always have to run with your runners. Now you're out there, you're going to make tools and tips and things available for your whole team, and hopefully they take them and they run with it. But if not, you run with your runners.
And you've got thick enough skin.
That's right.
You got thick skin that if they decide not to run, doesn't knock you off the race.
No, you still go for it.
You don't worry about it.
You still go for it. You still go for it. And even though I have not, and you know what, sometimes we set goals, you know, and you should. You should set a goal that is going to push you, that it's going to say, it's going to challenge you. That's another thing. We always have to set goals. We always have to set goals, set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and then even longer goals, right? That we want to accomplish. Having those goals keep me on track. Keep track. So even though I haven't quite reached my goal, it's going to happen.
It will. Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen. I pride myself with being positive.
Always positive.
I pride myself on being positive because when those obstacles come, you know what? If a negative thought pops in my mind, I instantly say something positive.
And it works.
I say something positive because I'm not gonna let what thought comes in my mind deter me from reaching my goal or give me a setback, right? So you always have to think positively and do positive things. Do positive things. Let me see. How can others use your example? Use my example of, you know, I lost my train of thought just that quick. But use my example. When you are trying to move and you don't have your team isn't moving as you would like to move, you continue to work your business. That's it.
No matter what.
No matter what. You work your business. That's it. Share everything. Try everything. Try everything. Don't get caught up in thinking, you know, oh, I'm just going to go live. Guess what? You know how many people go live every day?
Lots of people.
Right. Everybody goes live. And it's a good thing. I love that we do that. And it's free. You don't like free? What's wrong with you?
We need to talk if you don't like the free stuff, right?
Yeah,
all right. And I know. So the last question, you probably already answered this a lot. A lot of consultants come to us as elite leaders and ask, how are we successful? What do you tell them?
I always tell them that an elite consultant is a star consultant that kept going, that did not give up. We are no different. We are no different from anyone else. We start at zero every month, just like everyone starts at zero. Everyone is on the same level playing field every month. All right. The only difference is that I kept going. That's it. That's it. The only difference is my personal work ethic. That's it.
Ooh, yes.
That's it. Just like I worked, I've had obstacles. There are some days that I still be like, well, dog, what is really going on? What is it that I'm not doing? I question myself on a daily basis. God, give me the knowledge and wisdom. What is it that I'm not doing? What is it that I stopped doing? What is it that I was doing in the past that worked then that I'm not doing now? I question myself on a regular basis. What is it that I'm not doing? And you know what? Sometimes I say, you know what, self, that ain't you. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes, you're just waiting. You're just waiting.
You're just waiting.
Just waiting.
So I tell consultants that are trying to rank to delete. Guess what? You know what? Trent Kirby at Elite Summit in May. Very first one. I was so super excited to be there. I was starstruck. But you know what Trent said? He said, you know what? Y'all ain't special.
Nope. We're not.
Special. If anything, once you become elite, it gets harder. You are required to do more. Right? So elite is just it's a level that you achieve, an accomplishment, but that does not make us any different than anyone else. We still have to work and grind, just like a star consultant. Again, remember, we all start at zero every month. We all start at zero. So we are really no different. We are no different than a star consultant. We just put in the work. It's our own personal work ethic that helps us get to that point, to that level. So if your aspiration is to become elite, reach up to some other. I always talk about, I'm gonna give you this. I always use a reach three, reach up, reach down, and reach out. Reach three, reach up, reach down, and reach out. Reach up. If you are a consultant and you have aspirations to do more, reach up to those consultants who are killing the game. Network, connect yourself with other people, reach up, get the knowledge and wisdom that all of these other brilliant minds have. Reach up. Don't be afraid to connect. Friends, social media.
Yes.
All you can do is say no. There are two answers in the world, yes or no. And guess what? If they say no, move on to the next person, right? Because then that person wasn't supposed to be with you anyway, right?
Exactly.
Reach up, okay? Network, connect. Make sure that you are mixing and mingling with the right people. Copy the right cat.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Right? Reach down to pull someone up. If you have a team and you are not sharing your knowledge and your wisdom, you're doing not only your team a disservice, but you're also doing yourself a disservice. Reach down, share, help, pull up, right? Reach out. You should be sharing this business opportunity with everyone you know. Reach out. You should be sharing this amazing, fabulous, fun, awesome, beautiful jewelry with everyone you know. Reach out. Share it. Let people know your testimony. Let people know how this amazing opportunity has changed your life, and let them know that you are living the change. If they are watching you, if they are following you, they're going to see it. They're going to know if you're real. They're going to know if you're legit, right?
Yes.
Know if you're right? Don't get on there faking the funk. Reach out, share the opportunity with other people. Reach three, reach up, reach down, and reach out.
That is amazing.
That, successful in the business. You're going to be successful in the business. And not only that, you are going to grow. You're going to grow personally. Your business is going to grow, and you're going to be able to help others. So connect to other people. Don't go outside of your circle. Go outside of your circle. Listen, mama, auntie, cousin, niece, down the street, friend, neighbor, they gonna purchase, they're gonna shop a little bit. All right. And then that's gonna be it. And you know what? If they don't shop, guess what? That's okay. Do you know how many people there are in the world?
Lots.
Right?
So millions.
Go outside of your circle.
That is awesome. Get out of your circle. So many people quit because their family don't support them. I tell folks, my mama did not have a party with me for 21 months. 21 months. My own mama did not have a party with me. You know?
I mean, and you know what? It's disappointing, but guess what? Don't stay there.
No.
Don't stay there.
Get over it.
Thing. We're going to have, in this business, we're going to have disappointments. Okay? That's just life in general. Yesterday, I shared this on my Facebook page. This week for me, Ericka, has been crazy. Do you remember on Monday when my boards fell on me? Okay. My boards fell on me on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I fell at work.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But Thursday, so many amazing, wonderful things happened to me. All right. So Monday, my boards fell on me.
Yeah.
I didn't dwell on that. I got up and I did what I had to do. Right. Wednesday, I had something else negative or bad to happen to me. Guess what? I didn't stay there. I did not stay there. I got up and I did what I needed to do. Right. Thursday was a day of blessing. Right. So I said that to say this is not what you go through, but it's how you go through it.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to have things that happen to us. We're going to have disappointments. We're going to have setbacks, but you cannot stay there. You have to keep it moving.
That is so good. There was so much good in here. I really hope everybody took some notes. I have 2 pages and a little bit. I took notes. I hope you guys are taking notes.
Listen, when you were in my team the other night, listen, I couldn't even write fast enough, and it was crazy.
I love it. Thank you for inspiring me, and thank you for being willing to share with everyone who's going to watch this on YouTube now and later. There's so much to learn from you. I hope everyone has enjoyed this. I hope it helps you. I hope it changes your business. So go get busy, guys. Have a great afternoon. Yeah?
Yeah.